Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing what I call a value comparison of two guitars that are roughly in the same price range. One from a familiar company, Fender, or Squier, better known for this particular model. And the other one is Tease, which is a new entry into the market. Well, not so much new anymore. I guess they're out there for a little over 2 years now. And have come out with a new line of guitars, the E Series, which I'm now going to compare versus the Squier Affinity Series. And it's a pretty fair comparison in terms of where these guitars are positioned in the market and how they're priced. So hopefully you'll find this interesting and worthwhile. So first off, let's take a look at the guitars. Okay, this is the Squier Affinity FH or SH for single here in the bridge and humbucker in the neck. FMT for flame maple top. And as you can see, it really has a nice flame maple top. That's one of the nicest things about this guitar is the finish of the flame on the top of the guitar. And the back is very attractive too. It's okame wood, which I guess is like an Asian mahogany, I guess, type of wood. But yeah, it's got the skunk stripe. It's got a satin finish. We'll go over the details in depth as we go along. So this is the Squier Affinity Flame Maple Top single humbucker model, and I'm comparing it with the new Tease E Series, as you can see here. And this is brand new. It's been out maybe a couple of weeks now, and really high quality guitar, and you get a lot for your money. So right out of the chute, let's talk about the guitars. So both of these guitars, as I mentioned before, are roughly in the same price range. So the Tease is going right now, introductory pricing is $264.95 for the Tease guitar. The Squier is roughly a little bit more. It's $299.99. Now, you're probably going to be able to get deals or specials on both of these models. But again, this is what the street price is of these guitars. I'm trying to be as evenly based as possible here. So let's talk about what the features are on both of the guitars. Okay, so first off, the Squier over here comes in basically two colors. That's it. Mocha, which is what this is, and you get a maple fretboard with that. Or you can get a crimson transparent color, reddish color, and that comes with an Indian laurel fretboard. So you have the option for fretboards, but you have to go with the color combination, right? It's like a car with interior. The Mocha, maple fretboard. The crimson transparent, laurel fretboard. The Tease guitars only offer at this moment for this line, this E Series, a maple fretboard. That's your only option at this point in time. The nut on both guitars. So the Tease nut is a bone nut, a proper bone nut. The Squier Affinity has a plastic nut on the guitar. The body. Okay, so I mentioned before, the Squier has a beautiful flame top with an okame body. The Tease E Series has a basswood body. So those are the woods compared. Now, in terms of colors offered, as I mentioned before, you only have two options on the Squier Affinity. You have the Mocha or the Crimson Transparent. On the Tease, you get far more options in terms of colors if you want to go a little crazy, right? You can, and they have proper names, right? Clever names like the Boomer is blue. There's an Envy, which is green. Okay, so you can have either blue. I'm just going to go by the colors. A blue with a little bit of white in the middle, so it's a combination of blue and white. What I'm calling a creamsicle. It's an orangish color with white blended in. A pure white guitar, a black guitar, or as I mentioned before, the green. So you're getting a more variety of colors with the Tease than you are with that Affinity. The bodies are basically gloss poly on the Tease and the Squier Affinity. So they have a gloss finish to them. However, the back of the necks on both guitars have a satin finish, so you don't have that sticky gloss finish on either of these necks. While we're on the necks, they're C-shaped. Now, the radius is different, so the Tease has a bit of a flatter radius for those of you that like to play with a little bit more speed on occasion. This is a 12-inch radius. This has your standard Fender radius of 9.5 inches. They're both very similar in feel in terms of thickness. Very, very comfortable necks. They're not super slinky like an Ibanez Wizard. They're not thick like a Gibson baseball bat. They're a very comfortable, normal C carve in terms of the feel of the neck. Very comfortable. The body on the Affinity. Now let's take a look at this here. So you've got a full size body on this Tease guitar, this E Series. Full size body, thickness. On the Affinity, as you can see, let me turn her around, it's a little thinner. It's not a full size. So as I'll turn it around this way, as you can see probably better, the Tease is a bit wider and thicker. So you got the full size cavity, full size body on this guy. And on this guy, it's a bit thinner. So if that matters to you, the Tease has a distinct advantage of having a full size body. I apologize for any interruptions on the phone there. What else? Let's see here. Oh, another nice thing about this Tease is, see the heel of the guitar? You have a contoured heel here, which is really nice for access. And you have a cut, an extra carve over here at the back of the guitar. Really, really slick. You don't have that on the Affinity, as you can see. So access, comfort, playing in the higher registers, definitely you get the advantage on this guy, on the Tease. Put that back. Now, let's continue to go down the list. Number of frets. The Affinity has 21 medium jumbo frets. I'm pointing to the wrong guitar. That's the Affinity, the Mocha. 21 medium jumbo frets. The Tease E Series has 22 medium jumbo frets. So you're getting an extra fret thrown in as well. The frets are stainless steel on this baby. They are rounded frets, rounded fret ends, and they're stainless steel, which is a really, really higher end feature that Tease is including on the guitar. The frets on this Affinity are not stainless steel, and a couple of them I had to attend to when I got the guitar. They were a little sharp on the high E side of the guitar. So the fret job is definitely better on the Tease than it was on the Squier Affinity. Pickups, that could be real important too, right? The pickups on the Squier are ceramic pickups. The pickups on the Tease are Alnico pickups. So you're getting Alnico pickups on this guitar versus the Affinity. Now, the configuration is different also, if you haven't already noticed. So you're getting the humbucker, standard humbucker, in the neck position on the Squier, and it's keeping the single in the bridge. So some people like that single twangy, Tele sound, what Tele's noted for. It's remaining the same because you still have that Tele single pickup. On the Tease, it's reversed. So you're getting a rail humbucker at the bridge. So if you're a purist and you want that Tele twang of the single in the bridge, you're not going to have that all full disclosure on this guitar, you're going to get more of a rockier, fuller sound because you've got a rail humbucker at the bridge. Now, similarly, if you're liking the single sound at the neck, you're going to get it on the Tease. You're not going to get it on the Squier because the Squier has the humbucker in the neck. So, pick your choice there as to what you're desiring from a tonal standpoint. But they are reversed. 3-ply pick guard on the Tease, 3-ply pick guard on that Affinity Squier. The pots. Now these are CTS pots on this guitar. 500 CTS pots. I'm not sure what they are on the Affinity. Saving money that Squier typically does at this price point. It wouldn't surprise me if these are not CTS pots. So you might have that distinct advantage here. It's stated in the specs on this guitar that you have those. Not on here, so I don't believe they probably are on that guitar. Otherwise, they would state it. What else? Tuners. You're getting locking tuners, 18-to-1 gear ratio locking tuners, and they're very good tuners on this Tease. On the Squier, you're getting your standard sealed tuners. Now, full disclosure, once again, you have to be completely honest and upfront, right? These tuners are great. They're fine. And the advantage you have on these tuners that you don't have on the Tease, or that these are vintage tuners. You have split shaft tuners on this guitar, easier to string in some cases. You don't have those on this guitar. So it's kind of a trade-off. The ease of string change, you're kind of getting with this, but you're also getting with this because it's easier to change strings with locking tuners and faster than it is with non-locking tuners. So that's kind of a wash, although you're getting 18-to-1 gear ratio tuners on here. So, which are better, I'm not going to go there at this point. 6 saddle bridges on both guitars. What else? Let's see if I missed anything. Oh, well, it's basic, right? But you're getting the belly carve. I think I mentioned that before on both guitars. On both the Tease as well as this Squier. Both have belly carves. Weight. The Tease comes in at 7.8 pounds. Not bad for a Tele. The Squier, interestingly enough, is the same weight. So both of these guitars are 7.8 pounds. Now, street price on the guitars. I think I mentioned it. I'll mention it again. The street price is $299.99 for this, $264.95 for this. Very close, like $30 and change more for the Squier. Now, what I've done is I've come up with what I'm calling AJ's value score. And it's based on just certain features and functions of both guitars that are missing on the other, right? And I'm going to give them points. So, flame tops. Some people like the wood flame on that look on the guitar, right? And it is a sharp look for that Squier Affinity. Look-wise, top-wise, I'm going to give it to Squier because of the flame veneer top, flame maple top. So Squier gets a check mark from Joe's value on that one. Available colors. Well, you got certainly more availability of colors with the Tease, right? You've got the greens, the blues, the whites, the blacks, the creamsicles, the combinations. So you have more color availability. That goes to Tease. The nut, right, which is kind of important. Plastic on the Squier, bone on the Tease. I hope I'm pointing right here. Bone on the Tease. So that gets the check. Contoured neck heel. You don't have that on this guy, right? You just have that squarish, flat neck heel. You got the contoured neck heel on this baby, and it gets a point. String tree. See this here? That's your El Cheapo import string tree that every import guitar has. You probably get it in a hardware store for maybe a nickel. Here you're getting a barrel string tree, which is better from a stability standpoint and accuracy standpoint. So that point goes to Tease. Okay, what else? Number of frets. You get an extra one thrown in on the Tease. So if you view 22 frets versus 21 in advantage, you're getting that with the Tease guitar. Split shaft vintage tuners. You have that on the Squier. You do not have that on the Tease. So Squier gets a point for that. Gig bag. Well, I'm not going to show it to you. You've already seen that, but Tease throws in a very thin, albeit, but it is a gig bag to ship with the guitar to cover it from. It's a dust cover, really. You're not going to want to slam that into a wall. There's no thickness or really thick padding on it, but it's better than not having a gig bag. You could stick your notes in there, your music. It's good for transporting the guitar and storing the guitar. You get that with Tease. You don't get it with Squier. So, all in all, Tease, from a value standpoint, wins this war, hands down. 8-2. 8 points for the Tease, 2 points for the Squier. So my assessment is from a value standpoint, pure value, and I'm not making a statement of which of these guitars is better. I'm not going to go down that road. I'll leave that up to you. Pure value-wise, you're getting much more bang for the buck and value out of that Tease guitar for your hard-earned dollars than you are out of the Squier. Now, sound, tone, whatever. I'm playing through a basic little Black Star 40-watt amp. So again, you're probably better off checking out demos on YouTube if you want more accurate sound comparisons. But I'm going to give you my sound comparison so you can hear what it sounds like. I'll play these 2 guitars, same stuff, clean and with distortion. And then you can decide for yourself which guitar you think sounds better. Or exactly how bad of a demo I'm going to be giving. One or the other, whichever comes first. Okay, let's take the Squier. It's right here. It's number 1 it's first, not number 1, but it's first in the order here, right? And both of them, by the way, have the jack in this spot on the guitar. Okay. And I didn't mention, but I'll mention it now. Both of them are pretty comparable in terms of how the switches feel and how the volume and tone knobs feel on the guitar. This doesn't say it's CTS gear or whatever, but it is fairly solid sounding and feeling in terms of the mechanics. So, let me turn this up a bit. And we'll play clean. The neck pickup. Neck and bridge. The humbucker, no, I shouldn't say the humbucker we played before. The single at the bridge. That's all we're playing, just the bridge single pickup. And we'll play some individual notes with all positions. Okay, and now what I will do is plug in this guy, and you can hear clean on the Tease. We're going to play the bridge pickup. Both the neck and the bridge. And now the humbucker. You can hear that volume swell on the rail humbucker now in the bridge. And once again, single notes. And now, since I have this guitar, and then we'll go to the Affinity, we'll put on some distortion. Okay. Okay? I know they say don't put the pick in the mouth. Kids, if you're watching, no pick in the mouth. Okay, let me get this guy plugged in. Alright, now we hear the Affinity. Okay, so that is the comparison of both of these guys, which again are under 300 bucks. This is just shy of 300. The Squier Affinity at $299.99, and the Tease is a little less at $264.95. I'll let you guys decide which guitar sounds better. I went over the features and functions, and again, I'm going to close it with, from a value standpoint, Tease is the clear winner, and I'll leave it up to you guys to decide which guitar sounds better. Okay? Any questions? Put them in the comments. If you like these videos, please subscribe. And as always, until the next one, be well. See you soon. Take care.